Hello and welcome back to my channel, Ahmed Yaham. I'm back with an interesting episode. Uh, it's going to be an educational video, and today I'm going to cover something really, really very interesting and very practical, and something that's going to be useful for you in the future as well. So here it is. Today's video is all about navigating the future, specifically about digital transformation in the arena of health, safety, and environment. We are going to cover the key drivers, technologies, trends that are shaping the future of the HSC practice. So on your screen, you have the table of contents. What am I going to cover in this session? We'll begin with the introduction to digital transformation in HSE. We'll have a look at the key drivers of digital transformation. Then we'll have an overview of the emerging technologies, specifically the role of IoT or Internet of Things in health, safety, and environment. Then we'll cover artificial intelligence and machine learning and its specific use in the area of risk management. We'll also cover something about wearables to enhance safety. Then we'll look at the benefits of cloud based HSE platforms as well as the use of big data and data analytics in the field of HSE. Uh, then we are going to analyze and understand the impact and challenges, specifically the impact of digital transformation in compliance and reporting. What are the challenges in digital transformation in the arena of HSE? We'll also cover a specific case study, and we'll have a look at the future trends and conclude accordingly. Thank you. So let's first try and understand what is digital transformation in the field of health, safety, and environment. So, as all of us are aware, that we are in the midst of the Industrial Revolution 4.0. So, there are a lot of technological changes and advancements that are happening. The world is adopting the emerging technologies at a pace faster than we can even understand, and it's going to affect each and every industry, each and every sector of the business. So here we're talking about how it's going to affect the arena of health, safety, and environment. So, what do you mean by digital transformation, specifically in the field of HSE? It's basically about the integration of the digital tools, the technologies, and to some extent data analytics to enhance the health, safety, and environmental management systems. Now, if we try to understand what this basically means, we have to see what is the purpose. Why do we want to have digital transformation in HSE? The basic purpose is to improve the risk management, the compliance, the monitoring, and employee engagement in the safety practices of any organization. Now, yeah, if we try to understand how this is actually going to affect us, we'll have to look at the use cases. Now, in a traditional sense, how is HSE being managed in any organization, irrespective of the industry? It could be construction, EPC, infrastructure, oil and gas, energy, power, etc. Any industry. In a traditional way, there are legacy systems. There's a lot of paperwork that happens in the organization. Basically, there are paper-based forms. There's manual data entry. It could be the analysis could be time-consuming. There are static documents. There are infrequent reviews. There's difficulty in tracking the changes. And even when you talk about training, it could be like in-person training, again paper-based records. There's difficulty in tracking the completion of the training. There's a hell lot of data collection. There's potential for human error, and these are the basic issues that could happen in a traditional organization in the field of HSC. So how does digital transformation help us? So we'll have to look at the use cases. Now, when it comes to health, safety, and environment, that is, we're talking about uh, sustainability, we're talking about global reporting standards, we are talking about world class manufacturing practices, we're talking about benchmarking, and a lot of other things. So let us say, for example, there's near miss reporting and incident investigation. With the implementation of specific tools and technologies, it can be done in real time, and the root cause analysis can be done faster and quicker. uh, Digital transformation can help us in better risk assessments and risk management, safety training and compliance, environmental monitoring, uh, even the standard operating procedures like permit to work systems, emergency response management, and last but not the least, data analytics and reporting. So all of these areas can be improvised using digital transformation. And what are the benefits at the end of the day? We have improved safety, we have enhanced compliance, we have increased efficiency, we have better decision making, we have improved communication, and finally we have cost savings. So there are so many benefits to adopting digital transformation in the field of HSE. So let's have a look at the key drivers of digital transformation in HSE. Uh, there are so many technological advancements nowadays. So we'll focus on the key ones, namely the IoT or Internet of Things, how that is being used in manufacturing processes and plants. We'll have a look on the artificial intelligence and machine learning part. Uh, we'll see how wearables and remote sensing is being employed across organizations. We'll also have a look at cloud computing and cover something about big data analytics. Now, we'll also have a look at what is the needs of the industry. There could be things like increasing regulatory pressure. There's growing emphasis on employee health, safety, and environment stewardship. There's the need for real-time data to prevent incidents and mitigate risks. We'll also try to understand the considerations and limitations like data privacy and security, ethical implications, the employee buy-in, integration and interoperability of these digital systems. So let's cover about role of IoT in HSC. IoT is basically the Internet of Things. To give you a background, there could be a vast array of sensors across your production unit or plant, that are part of your network, where each of the sensors either are communicating with each other or communicating to a central monitoring unit or a central database to give you information in real time. So what does IoT basically mean, and how does this help an organization in improving their HSE performance? Well, sensors can detect hazardous conditions such as gas leaks, temperature changes, pressure changes, structural integrity issues, thereby enabling immediate response and risk mitigation. So there can be a lot of use cases. For example, in a typical oil and energy plant, uh, there could be multiple sensors in one particular area of the plant. I mean, if you consider the entire plant, there could be hundreds of thousands of sensors. But you take one particular package or one particular unit of the plant, there could be multiple sensors that are monitoring the flow of the gas or the fuel, the pressure, the temperature, the condition of the gases in, say, for example, a confined space, and so many other things, so on and so forth. So all of this data could be, the data acquisition can happen in real time, and preemptive measures can be taken before any incident occurs. So that's one of the benefits of using IoT for real-time monitoring in any production environment. The second benefit of it is about predictive maintenance. That is, the IoT devices can predict machinery failures before they occur. Wherein, if you're clubbing IoT with data analytics, there can be algorithms that can be developed which will predict the failure of the machine before it actually happens, before it actually occurs. And this allows for scheduling maintenance that prevents accidents and reduces the downtime. In fact, I've been part of some of these kind of projects at very reputed organizations where I drove the digital transformation by implementing IoT and data analytics for a particular process plant to predict equipment failures well in advance, uh, so that the mean time to repair could be improvised, the downtime could be reduced. Now, the third benefit of using IoT in HSE is about remote monitoring. That is, the capability to monitor remote or high risk sites without the physical presence. This can be exemplified by, say, for example, smart sensors in oil rigs that ensure timely intervention and enhance safety protocols. Because there could be certain sections where there's flue gas, there's hazardous atmosphere, so. The physical entry of a human being could be avoided by employing these IoT devices and getting the data from that in real time. So, remote monitoring can be an effective measure in improving the HSC performance of an organization. Now, if we talk of a real world example, what we can say is that there are cases where there's something called as smart safety helmets, where the helmet that the worker wears is equipped with sensors that monitor the worker head impact. There's the environmental conditions, specifically temperature, humidity, and gas levels, and even signs of fatigue via the EEG or other biometrics that can be clubbed with it. Uh, the data is transmitted in real time to a central platform, triggering alerts for potential hazards and enabling proactive interventions. So, compare this with the typical or traditional HSE scenario. If a worker is going into a confined space, the worker might have to use multiple devices. I mean, of course, he's wearing his PPE, helmet, gloves, and everything, but he has his safety harness and the lanyard attached to it. He may have his SCABA with the oxygen tank at his back. He may have his own individual handheld gas monitor. So there are multiple things that he has to monitor and be alert. But when you talk of this smart safety helmet, all these different systems and sensors are integrated into the helmet. So it makes the life of the worker easier, and even for the management to monitor and be proactive in real time. So let's try to have a look at AIML in the in risk management, that is artificial intelligence and machine learning. One of the foremost uses of AIML is in predictive analytics, where safety monitoring can utilize AI algorithms to analyze historical safety data and predict potential risks. So there are different types of algorithms, like there's Markov process walk, there's stochastic processes, there's K nearest neighbor. I mean, there are a lot of techniques and methods in which way these algorithms can be developed and your historical data be analyzed to predict potential risks and to avoid or mitigate these risks altogether. Then this also enables in enhanced decision making, because HSC management, if it is data driven, if the insights are data driven, then they facilitate more effective resource allocation and safety training. There's also obviously proactive identification, that is, say, for example, in case of incident investigation, AI tools can sift through large chunks of data sets or training data to identify root cause of incidents more quickly and easily, rather than a team of people brainstorming for hours together to try to understand or arrive at the root cause. It can be done via these machine learning algorithms almost instantaneously. Of course, human oversight is always necessary. Now, if we talk of a real world example, uh, what we can say is about there are AI algorithms that analyze the sensor data from critical equipment, like your machinery, vehicles, rotating parts, vibrating parts, etc., to predict potential failures before they occur. This allows for scheduled maintenance, preventing costly downtime and reducing the risk of accidents. So let's have a look at wearables and remote sensing for enhanced safety. This is a very interesting arena, and a lot of organizations worldwide are investing heavily in the R&D in these particular areas. One of the foremost applications is health monitoring, where wearable devices can track vital signs such as heart rate, body temperature, fatigue levels to identify early warning signs of health risks. We just spoke of the smart helmets that are being employed at certain mega corporations. Uh, Another benefit is about location tracking, that is, real time GPS and proximity sensors enable the monitoring of workers in hazardous zones, ensuring the safety and quick response in case of emergencies. Uh, then it can be also utilized for emergency alerts, that is, instant notifications can be sent to supervisors in case of a worker's distress or unsafe conditions, facilitating immediate intervention and support. That is, immediate evacuation team can be deployed on site if the location and the status of that worker is known. Uh, in case of if we talk of real world examples, yes, we already mentioned about the smart safety helmets. uh, Another interesting example in this case is about remote sensing, where in case of large pipelines spread over long distances, like in thousands of kilometers, remotely operated vehicles, ROVs, could be deployed inside the pipelines for the condition monitoring, rather than a human being, physically entering that hazardous atmosphere where there could be harmful gases like methane and other GHGs, or even H2S for that matter. So ROVs can actually do a walkthrough of those pipelines and transmit the relevant data for analysis. Let's have a look at cloud-based HSE platforms. Yes, cloud-based systems are very much popular. They are being adopted in each and every industry, and yes, they are also being adopted for the purpose of HSE. So, what's the benefit of a cloud-based platform? You just have to look at the traditional way HSE is being managed, or has always been managed. Some organizations might have some sort of legacy systems. Otherwise, most of it is like paper-based work. And even if there's a legacy system, all those systems are the data is distributed across multiple devices. There's no collaboration or collation of that data in a central location. There could be a lot of issues. There could be duplication errors. There could be human errors. That there's a lot of data quality issues and so many other things that can occur in an organization when it comes to HSE. And HSE performance is all about key metrics and numbers. So you have to have that a good amount of data quality, and it has to be done in a timely manner, because outdated or obsolete data does not work for the health, safety, and environment of any organization. So, with the cloud based HSE platform, there's centralized data management where secure storage of all HSE related data, including incident reports, risk assessments, and training records, are in one central repository. The other benefit is about streamlined compliance. The centralized document management systems of facilities, it can help easier tracking of regulatory requirements and simplifies the reporting. There's improved efficiency because there's reduction in administrative burdens through automated processes, leading to faster response time and better resource allocation. When we talk of real world examples, in case of cloud computing, well, and there are so many different platforms. There's SAP EHS, there's Intellex, there's many other different organizations that are providing these services, and a lot of corporations and production facilities are utilizing this nowadays. Now, let's have a look at big data and data analytics. Uh, in a traditional system, what would usually occur? There could be a lot of data that is being collected, that is being analyzed, and that is being stored again in a very manual manner, and that would actually make it impossible or difficult to really identify trends based on large chunks of data. So the benefit of big data is that there's better risk identification, because utilization of big data to uncover hidden risks by analyzing vast amounts of data from sensors, past incidents, and safety reports, it makes it easier to identify the risk. Then the other benefit is kind of trend analysis can be done, because recurring patterns at the workplace, including injuries, accidents, machinery failure, environmental hazards, etc., can be done almost instantaneously to improve the safety measures and protocols of the organization. Your overall operations can be optimized, because data driven decisions can be taken for resource allocation, for training of your safety personnel, for compliance management. All of this can be done in a large manufacturing company, uh, to, 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 to spot the emerging safety trends and reduce the incidents by multiple percentages of factors. To give you an example of real world, there are so many organizations these days that are employing big data and data analytics across their manufacturing operations. They're able to analyze the trends based on historical data of their HSE performance of several years or even a decade, and they're able to identify or uncover hidden risks, or those potential risks that were not identified earlier in their manual or process or legacy systems. So that's the beauty of big data and data analytics. Now that we have gone through most of the parts regarding digital transformation in health, safety, and environment, let's have a look at the impact and challenges involved in bringing about this digital transformation. Um the first and foremost thing is about compliance and transparency. Uh, the auditing process. Auditing is a major part of the HSE sector. So auditing can be done in an automated manner. Like digital tools can automate audits and compliance checks, significantly reducing human error. Other benefit is there can be greater visibility and transparency, because digital transformation provides enhanced visibility into the HSE performance, improving communication and accountability across the organization, because all of the HSE performance data, the KPI indicators, are available in real time across the organization. So those are the positive impacts or the benefits of digital transformation in HSE. Now, when it comes to some of the challenges, there could be issues related to data quality versus data privacy. One of the benefits, of course, is the improved accuracy, where digital solutions obviously reduce human error, leading to more reliable data for decision making and compliance tracking. The handling of personal and health data obviously must comply with privacy laws, which can impact employee trust and adoption of new technologies, because data privacy laws differ from region to region, and these technologies need to adopt or comply with those requirements. So that can be a major hurdle in implementing or adopting digital transformation in the field of HSE. The other thing is about integration and cybersecurity, because there could be difficulty in merging new technologies with older systems or legacy systems that can create data silos, hindering comprehensive risk assessment and incident analysis. There can be an issue related to increasing digitalization that can open up new vulnerabilities for cyber attacks, potentially exposing sensitive employee data and disrupting operations. In case if you have never heard about something called as Stuxnet, the malware that hit the major manufacturing, oil and gas and nuclear facilities of Iran and other places in the Middle East. You can search for it online and get more information on it if you're interested. Hope that you're with me so far. So let's try to cover a case study in brief. It's about a digital transformation at a process plant, where I actually was able to lead a team of 40 people and implement a lot of changes across the organization. Uh, One of the major things that I did was the use of IoT sensors coupled with artificial intelligence and data analytics. The integrated IoT sensors across the manufacturing plant was done for real time monitoring, and the data acquisition from those IoT sensors was collated, analyzed using artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms to predict potential incidents and to enhance the safety measures. So that was one of the first and foremost things that was undertaken at that particular process plant. And the use of IoT sensors with AI analytics using specific algorithms for predicting equipment failure basically led to reduction in more than 50% of the gas or process leaks across the plant. The other initiative was about implementing wearables with mobile app. So this was provided to workers in hazardous areas to monitor their vital signs, their location, and their exposure to hazardous substances. This enabled the employees to easily report near misses, incidents, and safety observations with automated workflows for investigation and corrective actions. So it's like any worker across the plant spread into acres could simply open his mobile device and capture the non-conformity, whether it is an unsafe act, unsafe condition, or anything else, or any other potential risk, and then report it immediately. And the results that were achieved was like reduction in the accident rates by at least 40% in the workplace. There was improved employee engagement, and the overall HSE performance of the organization improved because there was proactive identification and mitigation of risk, leading to a safer work environment. The decision making was data driven, and it was facilitated by real time insights and analytics. Let's have a look at the future of digital transformation in health, safety, and environment. Let me clarify that so far, whatever we have covered, it's not something about the future. All of this is happening right now across the industry. All these newer technologies are being adopted at a rapid pace across all these global organizations. What you're seeing on the screen is what could be the possible future or the near future. One of the major things is augmented reality, applications in safety training. Augmented reality can be utilized for immersive training experiences and emergency response simulations to enhance employee preparedness. And lot of research and development is going around in this area. The other thing is about blockchain-based records, or DApps, or decentralized apps. Implementing blockchain technology to create tamper-proof safety compliance records and can enhance trust and accountability in HSC practices. So this actually promotes transparency across the organization when it comes to HSC. The third and last but not the least, the third thing is collaborative robots, or the use of cobots. The workplace hazards can be reduced by integrating cobots to work alongside human employees, minimizing the risks and improving safety in hazardous environments. And these are just few of the things, AR, blockchain based records, and cobots. I would say that these are the top three things that we are going to see in the industry in the coming decade or so. Now that we have covered most of the thing about digital transformation in HSC, let us have a look at some of the real world examples. For example, British Petroleum. They are engaging a lot of predictive analytics and AI powered risk management. What do they do basically is analyze vast amounts of data from various sources, including sensor data, historical incident reports, weather patterns, etc., to predict potential safety hazards and environmental risks. Uh, the another example is about Shell. They are investing heavily into digital twins for virtual plant operations. They have created virtual replicas that allow engineers to test and optimize their safety procedures and protocols, conduct what if scenarios, and identify potential hazards before they occur in the real world. Uh, One more example is about Caterpillar, where they are extensively using wearable technology for enhanced worker safety, where they're monitoring the vital signs, location, exposure to hazardous substances and environments that can trigger alerts in case of emergencies, and provide real time data for improved safety management. And then there's DuPont, which is investing heavily in the R&D, specifically in the virtual reality and augmented reality arena that they are using for training and simulation, where they provide immersive and interactive safety training experiences to their employees, which allows all the workers to practice emergency response procedures in a safe and controlled environment, enhancing their preparedness and reducing the risk of accidents. Now, there are many more examples. I have been part of many of these organizations directly or indirectly. And I can share many more experiences with you in some other session. So far, so good. Uh, so, what do we learn from this? The takeaway is that we have to embrace digital transformation in the field of health, safety, and environment, because technologies, the emerging technologies such as Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, wearables, big data, etc., they are reshaping how companies